This week on Driving Television. Can we change our driving habits?
Not a lot of traffic. Just what I like.
Is better fuel economy just a slow acceleration away?
I think I'll have the hardest time with the keeping to the posted speed limit.
Well, we'll find out when we take 6 ordinary drivers, put them in 6 of the best-selling cars in Canada, and send them off to school to change their driving habits.
You will get better gas mileage.
Can any driver achieve the posted fuel rating of any one of our 6 cars?
Boy, I'm going to need a rum and coke when I get home.
Find out this week on Driving Television.
I got a nice row, about a dozen cars behind me. Nice.
Welcome back to our Fuel Savers special. We've assembled 6 of the best-selling cars in Canada, along with 6 drivers to see if they can get as close to the posted fuel mileage as possible.
Here are the cars in our test. Representing the subcompact class is one of the favorites of many Canadians looking for solid transportation on a budget. The Yaris is powered by a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine with 106 horsepower and can be equipped with either a 5-speed manual or 4-speed automatic.
This is so different than driving my big Ram 1500. It makes me want to speed like crazy.
Representing the most popular class in the country, the compact class is the most popular car in Canada, the Honda Civic. A 1.8-liter 4-cylinder motor with 140 horses powers the Civic, and it can be equipped with a 5-speed auto or manual.
So just overall, very pleased.
One of the best-selling mid-size cars is the Honda Accord. For our purposes, we're featuring the 190 horsepower 2.4-liter 4-cylinder version. The Accord can also be equipped with a 5-speed manual or automatic transmission.
Not bad, 190 horses.
We had to include a hybrid, and the king of the hybrids is the Toyota Prius. Utilizing a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine matched to an electric motor, the Prius puts out a combined 110 horsepower through a continuously variable transmission.
It's comfortable. There's nothing wrong with the Prius. It's a good car.
The best-selling compact SUV in Canada is the Ford Escape. For this special, we're featuring the 4-cylinder version with a 2.3-liter engine with 153 horsepower and a 4-speed automatic.
I like the higher profile vehicle, so I can see where I'm going really well, and I really like the space in the trunk.
And finally, we couldn't do a fuel-saving special without including one of the new clean-burning diesel cars offered for 2009. Representing the diesel class is this new Volkswagen Jetta TDI with a 2-liter turbo diesel engine, producing 140 horsepower and a chunky 235 pound-feet of torque, with either a 6-speed manual or automatic.
This Jetta is really comfortable to drive. It's got good handling as well, heated seats, leather. I was really impressed.
So, before we meet the drivers, just exactly how are the fuel ratings done?
All of the fuel ratings are done in a laboratory, and Transport Canada states on their website the following. The city test simulates a 12-kilometer stop-and-go trip with an average speed of 32 kilometers an hour and a top speed of 91 kilometers an hour. The test runs for 23 minutes and includes 18 stops. Approximately 4 minutes of test time are spent idling to represent waiting at traffic lights. This test begins from a cold engine start, which is similar to starting a vehicle after it has been parked overnight. When the test is completed, the test cycle starts again with a hot engine start, and the first 8 minutes of the test are repeated. This simulates restarting a vehicle after it has been warmed up, driven, and then stopped for a short time. The highway test simulates a 16-kilometer trip with an average speed of 77 kilometers an hour and a top speed of 97 kilometers an hour. The test runs for 13 minutes and does not include any stops. However, the speed varies to simulate different kinds of rural and highway roads. This test begins from a hot engine start. We're going to list all the official fuel ratings along with our test results towards the end of the show.
We've introduced all the cars, we know the rules, so now let's meet the drivers.
Lynn is our fearless producer, who has stated in the past she loves power and luxury. So we stuck her in the glamorous and potent Toyota Yaris.
Well, I am a leadfoot. I like to take off fast, and I tend to brake a bit too hard, or so I'm told. And I do a lot of highway driving, mostly. I'd say probably 80% highway driving.
Our director, Brian, is always in a hurry, so we decided to put him in the ultra-fast Toyota Prius.
I do almost all my driving in the city, stop and go traffic. Not many kilometers a day, maybe 25, so I don't know if I can really improve that much on the second week.
Celeste is a TV producer visiting from the United States, so we wanted to make her feel at home and put her in the only North American car, the Ford Escape.
I'm the only American. I'm a Californian, and I'm used to stop and go traffic, so I kind of lay off the gas a little bit, kind of coast around a little.
Jerry's our production coordinator, and his regular daily driver is a car from the 80s, so we put him in a car with a digital speedometer just like the 80s, the Honda Civic.
I drive a lot. I consider myself a semi-aggressive driver, and I would drive an average of 130 kilometers a day. I drive mostly about 75% highway and about 25% city.
Our youngest driver is an editor for driving television with the nickname Norway. He loves anything European.
Oh yeah, diesel torque, baby.
So we gave him the Volkswagen Jetta just to keep him quiet.
I'm a very defensive driver. I usually like to leave a lot of room between other cars and myself. I like to take it easy most of the time a little bit. I do a lot of highway driving. I drive 70 kilometers to and from work each day. It's about 600 kilometers a week is what I do.
Brian is an editor and camera operator who loves his sports car, so we put him in the largest sedan, the Accord.
I drive about 40 to 50K a day, and it's about 50% highway, 50% city, so it's kind of a mix. I wouldn't say an aggressive driver, but I like to have a little bit of fun in my driving.
For the first week, our 6 drivers have been instructed to drive as they normally would.
Well, it's pretty smooth sailing today.
If they're usually aggressive, continue to do so.
Okay, here we go. Now we're making some time.
Oh man, this guy's driving at almost 15K, under the speed limit.
The first week goes by smoothly with few problems or complaints.
These slave drivers always trying to make me show up so early. What can you do? Life at the bottom of the totem pole, I guess.
At the end of the first week, the cars are refueled and the mileage is recorded. But to change our drivers' lifelong habits, they will have to go back to school.
You tend to want to just floor it in this car. I don't know why. I mean, it's not a really peppy car, but it's just small and cute.